In today's video, we'll be performing some technical analysis and price predictions on Luna, one of the most prospective coins for high earnings in the next few years. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. We're taking another look at Luna from a charting perspective, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see the price go next. This is definitely a coin that you should not be sleeping on. Make sure you go and check it out. But before we get into today's video, please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and if you hold Luna, make sure you tell us down in the comments section below. If you're interested in seeing more crypto, stock market, investing or wealth management content as well, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you know exactly when brand new content's coming out. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. As always, guys, welcome to CoinSpot. This is effectively the exchange I use, and you can buy tons of different cryptos on here. If you're interested in doing that, I've left a link in my description of this video, and it's effectively a referral link so that you can sign up to CoinSpot. Now, let's look at the chart. This is the Terra chart, the Terra blockchain, which Luna exists on, and at this point in time we're looking at an hourly perspective. So let's just drill out for a bit just to get a bit of a vibe of what's happened over the past few months. So obviously we had our massive run at this point in time over here, as did many other cryptos, but then we started to plateau out at this point right about here, as did all other cryptos as well. Now, we copped it a lot more significantly when Bitcoin dropped, and the entire market effectively had a mini crash. As you can see, this candle right here on the daily chart was a massive red one. But one thing I want you to keep in mind is, yes, we may have dropped significantly in value. We almost halved, but look at the volume. The volume is extremely insignificant when taking this into consideration. Now, that means a lot of the hands who have bought this coin are still holding. It wasn't a huge dump, it was just a fear. So let's look at the hourly chart instead. Now, the hourly chart gives us a good perspective on exactly what happened. So obviously that drop we saw was around about this point, which is no issue at all. The next thing we saw was a decrease in the value from this point, which was roughly the 21st. We thought we saw a bit of recovery here, but it did not occur. So let's just see exactly what happened. Well, effectively the downtrend was broken. It was tested once at this point on the 23rd, and on the 24th it was effectively broken right here, establishing a new short-term uptrend, which is obviously for holders fantastic news, as we saw a bit of recovery in the value of our coin. Now, this trend has effectively established us a new region to interpret the trading channel that is currently ongoing. So if we put this in place, we can see that effectively it's not necessarily a channel, it's an ascending wedge, and it's tightening. This indicates that we are seeing some consolidation in the value of this coin, which is good news for us. Now, not only that, even in the more recent short term, we are also seeing that the price is consolidating even further. So as you can see right there, it's consolidating even further. Along with that, the volume is also doing the same thing. As you can see, that is further reducing in value. This indicates that effectively price action is tightening and the value is decreasing. Now, next thing I want you to take a look at is the averages. Effectively, we want to look at the moving average of this coin. Now, what we want to do is effectively, I'm clicking tons of different bars here, candles. There we go. We effectively want to look at a longer term average, so I'm going to increase the length of this to 50. And what that is showing us is we have a relatively strong piece of support here. This is the average for 50 points. So that is fantastic news for us right there, as not only do we have strong support coming from this short-term uptrend, we also have strong support from the average value of the price action. And not only that, obviously it's been decreasing over a period of time, and now we're starting to see it increase as well in value. And furthermore, if we take another indicator, the MACD for instance, you'll also see that we are experiencing less volatility in the value of this coin. And you can see that the short-term trend, the blue line, is crossing over the short-term, the longer-term trend, which effectively means the value's going to cross up, and we're still going to continue moving in a positive direction. Now, the next movements of this coin are going to be quite significant, and I'll explain to you why. So obviously we have a lot going on right here at this point. So as a result of that, we are effectively going to see that two things are going to occur. The first situation is this fails. This whole support region fails, which I doubt that will occur because it is strong. That would mean it breaks and we move down, and we'll have a look at where we'd probably fall to a bit later on. But let's take a look at the second scenario. The second scenario is we stay above this support area and we breach this point right here. And that is the ideal scenario. And if that occurs, where are we going to see the price go? Well, effectively the first place we're going to see it go is hopefully bounce off or bounce through the top of this short-term trend. As I said, it's an ascending wedge. It's at the bottom of a downtrend, so it is more of a bullish pattern at this point in time. Once that occurs, we will then see, obviously, as I mentioned before, sorry, let me draw that arrow back, situation 2, where we're going to hit another point. That is best case scenario. Middle case scenarios, obviously, we keep trending through this point and in this direction. So let's have a look at where historically there has been a lot of price action. Let's look at the worst case scenario first. Where would we end up falling to? Well, as you can see, historically we have had quite a lot of price action here, moving along to the left, and you can see we have had in more recent time a lot of price action here when we saw our reversal start to occur. This is effectively indicating to us, and I'll move us along right here, that this is a good region for support, as there has been a lot of price action that has occurred on the chart throughout this period of time. Now, moving back, what would occur? Hopefully, if we did unfortunately fall through, we would see a bounce off this point here. Now, obviously, we don't want this to occur. So what is our ideal case? Our ideal case is we break through this point right here and then we start moving upwards. So where's our next resistance point? That's the main thing we want to take into consideration now. So if we zoom out once again and take a wider perspective, you can see that there has been a lot of price action here. There has almost been price action here, but it didn't occur. Actually, if I move that up a bit, yes, you'll actually see there has been price action there. So we've had price action at this point here, price action at this point here, and price action more recently at this point here. That effectively makes this a good point of resistance and our key target if we really want to see a reversal in the value of Luna. We want to be aiming to break through or at least touch and test this point. That is the ideal case scenario, and that is at $15. So worst case scenario, we drop down to $6, could present a fantastic buying opportunity. Best case scenario, we break through this short-term uptrend, the resistance, and hit the next level of resistance at $15. Now, what is the middle case scenario? So obviously, as you can see, we have this squiggly line here. And this is my opinion on probably what is actually going to occur. We're not going to see a breach down here due to the large levels of support, and we're not going to see a breach up here. We're going to continue trading sideways for a period of time until we eventually see this get really, really tight. Now the goal, in my opinion, for us is 11 cents. Sorry, $11, not 11 cents, which is right around this point in time here. If we keep moving in that direction, it would be around about the end of May / the start of June. That's where I think we're going to see the price go. I'd love to know your thoughts as well in the comments section on where you think the price is going to go based on your own analysis, both fundamentals and technicals within the next few weeks. If you're a Luna holder or looking to get into Luna and enjoyed that technical analysis, make sure you hit that like button. I'd appreciate it so much, and subscribe for more of this sort of content. We're going to keep on top of Luna and many other cryptocurrencies as well. So if that piques your fancy, get on the channel. And with that, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.